Unfolded Mysteries. Hello, Unfolded Mysteries family. Before we dive into today's video, I want to let you know that the names of the stories shared in this video have been changed to protect the privacy of individuals involved. The essence of each story remains intact, but any names mentioned are purely fictional. Respecting the privacy of individuals is of utmost importance to us, and we have taken this step to ensure that everyone's personal information is kept confidential. We appreciate your understanding and support in creating a safe and respectful space for everyone. If you enjoy the content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest videos. Now, let's jump into today's stories with the assurance that privacy is our top priority. Thank you for being a part of the Unfolded Mysteries community. Story 1. In the world of online dating, where connections are made at the swipe of a finger, Jane's story stands as a chilling reminder of the perils that can hide behind the screen. What began as a seemingly ordinary Tinder match would soon spiral into a horrifying incident that shook her to her core. Jane, a 28-year-old woman with an adventurous spirit, found herself on the popular dating app Tinder. She was looking for something casual, a simple connection with someone in her town. It wasn't long before she matched with a seemingly ordinary 31-year-old guy named David. The initial spark was there, and they soon began chatting, delving into their shared interests like travel and photography. As days turned into nights, the tone of their conversation shifted. It took a more intimate direction, something that Jane wasn't entirely averse to. In fact, she was on Tinder for precisely such encounters, hoping to find like-minded individuals. To her surprise, David echoed her intentions, revealing that he too was looking for a no-strings-attached connection. The conversation progressed rapidly, and it wasn't long before David suggested that Jane should come over to his house. It was a tempting proposition, but David had one peculiar request. He needed to know Jane's location. It was an unusual request, but Jane decided to play along. After all, the potential outcome was in line with her desires. Jane, exercising caution, proposed a phone call before agreeing to the rendezvous. The conversation on the phone went surprisingly well. David sounded like a normal young guy, and they shared jokes and laughter. Jane began to feel more at ease with the idea of visiting David's house. However, a nagging sense of doubt lingered, and she decided to act on it. She agreed to meet David, but chose to approach his house cautiously. Her instincts served her well. As she walked towards the given address, it was already late at night, and the neighborhood was cloaked in darkness. Many houses had their lights off, and there were no cars on the road. She passed David's house and noticed something strange. 2 cars were parked in the driveway, and another car was positioned in front. All the lights were out. This wasn't the image of a solitary guy's house, but rather something more sinister. Jane's internal alarm bells were ringing, and she couldn't ignore them. She decided to send a message to David saying that she was almost at his place. David replied, "Oh, you're early." "Almost ready, just walking slow." His response only fueled Jane's unease. She slowed her pace and began inching her way back towards her home while awaiting a response from David, one that would confirm her safety. Suddenly, a chilling sound broke the silence. Jane heard a car approaching from behind, turning onto the street. She turned around to see a white van, its headlights ominously off, making its way towards her. Panic set in, and Jane realized that she was in danger. She swiftly sought shelter behind a nearby house, watching in terror as the van parked a few houses away from David's given address. Jane had made a narrow escape from a potential threat, but her ordeal was far from over. She blocked David's number and reported his Tinder profile, all in an effort to ensure her safety and raise awareness about the incident. Determined to shed light on this terrifying encounter, Jane and her mother ventured to the address David had provided. To their bewilderment, the woman who answered the door denied having any sons. The gravity of the situation became evident. Fearful for her safety and to prevent others from falling victim to a similar fate, Jane and her mother reported the incident to the local police. By doing so, they hoped that authorities would be made aware of the dangers lurking in the shadows and that future incidents could be linked to the same malevolent presence. But Jane's story was not an isolated incident, as the dark underbelly of Tinder had more sinister tales to reveal. Story 2. In another unsettling Tinder story, a young man named Mark found himself ensnared in a twisted web of deceit. What started as a seemingly innocuous encounter with two girls on the dating app would rapidly escalate into a nightmarish experience in the heart of a desolate park. Mark, like many others, sought a connection on Tinder and matched with two girls who initially displayed genuine interest in meeting him. They decided to rendezvous at a park as their parents were home, making their homes unavailable. Mark, excited and hopeful, arrived at the park, anticipating a memorable evening. However, things quickly took a sinister turn. Mark received a message from the girls, calling the situation creepy and claiming they weren't there. The profile swiftly unmatched him, leaving Mark alone in the dimly lit park, surrounded by an eerie silence. A feeling of dread began to gnaw at him. As Mark stood in the park, he heard strange, unsettling noises emanating from the woods. The snapping of twigs and rustling leaves served as a chilling prelude to a sinister presence lurking nearby. He instinctively took out his phone, using its feeble light to navigate the darkness and record a video, a desperate attempt to protect himself in the face of an unknown threat. Mark's decision to record would prove pivotal. As he shone his phone's light into the woods, it unveiled a shadowy figure. The unknown entity emerged from the trees and began to chase. Running for his life, Mark, in a moment of desperation, turned off the flashlight and sought refuge in the thick cover of the forest. He continued to record, capturing each terrifying moment as the pursuer closed in. The anxiety and fear were palpable in his voice and erratic breathing, which the recording faithfully documented. Mark's escape from his relentless pursuer was nothing short of miraculous as he made his way back to his car and, eventually, his home. With the video evidence in hand, Mark attempted to report the suspicious Tinder profile to the app's administrators. However, he encountered unexpected obstacles. Tinder responded, stating that they were unable to locate any profiles matching the description or photos provided by Mark. Mark had narrowly escaped a horrifying ordeal, but the question remained: who were the individuals behind the twisted Tinder profile, and what were their intentions? The experience served as a stark reminder that while dating apps offer opportunities for connection, they also expose users to unforeseen dangers. Story 3. The world of online dating can be a treacherous place where deception lurks around every corner. Amanda, a young woman from a small town, stumbled upon a uniquely disturbing Tinder profile titled Adventurers. It promised a bizarre reward in exchange for a horrific act, leading her and a friend down a rabbit hole of intrigue and caution. The profile's premise was unsettling, to say the least. It offered financial incentives ranging from $100 to $500 for anyone willing to perform a daredevil stunt for a YouTube video. For Amanda, the allure of quick money in uncertain times was undeniable, and she swiped right. The profile's owner swiftly messaged her, mentioning a friend named Chris and revealing the operation's supposed multi-person involvement. Amanda, however, harbored doubts about the authenticity and safety of the proposition. She decided to reach out to a friend, Olivia, seeking her guidance and support. Olivia agreed to accompany Amanda on this potentially risky adventure, all in the name of curiosity and caution. The profile's address led to an inconspicuous warehouse on the outskirts of their small town. The girls approached the location with a mix of excitement and trepidation, not entirely sure of what to expect. As they arrived at the warehouse, they couldn't shake the feeling that something was amiss. It was a quiet, desolate place, casting eerie shadows in the late afternoon sun. The girls exchanged nervous glances and stepped inside the dimly lit warehouse, where a series of strange challenges awaited them. The profile owner, a man named Alex, explained the rules and promised a substantial reward for successfully completing the daredevil stunts. The atmosphere inside the warehouse was unsettling, with the air thick with tension and uncertainty. Amanda and Olivia, driven by a sense of adventure and a desire to uncover the truth behind the peculiar profile, cautiously agreed to participate. As they embarked on the bizarre challenges, their actions were captured on camera. The sense of unease only deepened as they delved deeper into the warehouse, where each challenge became more bizarre and alarming. With every step, Amanda and Olivia couldn't shake the feeling that they had ventured into something far more sinister than they had anticipated. The challenges they faced grew increasingly dangerous, and the promised rewards began to seem like a distant illusion. As they contemplated their choices, the gravity of the situation became all too apparent. Fueled by a combination of fear and determination, Amanda and Olivia decided to leave the warehouse and put an end to their unsettling ordeal. They had seen enough, and the risks outweighed any potential rewards. Their escape from the warehouse was marked by a sense of relief, but their minds were left haunted by the inexplicable and unsettling experience they had just encountered. Amanda and Olivia decided to report the strange profile along with their ordeal to the authorities. Their intention was to ensure that no one else would fall prey to the sinister activities orchestrated by adventurers. Their actions served as a stark reminder that while the digital realm may promise adventure, it can also lead individuals down a treacherous path where caution and skepticism must always remain close companions. We hope you enjoyed those spine-tingling tales as much as we did. If you're still feeling a little spooked, don't worry, you're not alone. But before we say goodbye, we have a few things to ask of you. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you found these stories as chilling as we did. It really helps our channel. Subscribe and turn on notifications if you haven't already. There are plenty more eerie adventures waiting for you right here, so you don't want to miss out. Share this video with your friends and fellow thrill seekers. After all, spooky stories are best enjoyed with company, right? That's a wrap for today, but stay tuned for more bone-chilling content in the future. Until next time, remember to keep your flashlight handy, your wits about you, and always be ready for the unexpected. Thanks for joining us on this haunting journey. Take care and may your nights be eerily entertaining. See you in the next video.